I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
Well, I've had a busy couple of days.
Mm-hmm. Just work in general? Or
no, not work on this occasion.
Interesting. Go on then.
A momentous event has occurred. For the first time in the history of this podcast, our little ramblings that go on every week, I have purchased a vehicle.
You have purchased one?
I have purchased a vehicle.
You see, this is news to me. This isn't just news to the listeners. This is news to me. I
This
know
is-
you had news, but
yes, you don't know about this either because it has only happened today.
Today, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. Oh God. Well, I'll shut up and you fill us in.
Well, it was a deal too good to pass up. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but I am rather pleased with my purchase.
Okay, go on then.
So, well, I guess I'll just tell you, and we'll go from there.
Go on then.
I have purchased a Jaguar.
Yes, that's a given.
It wasn't actually. Yes.
It was. Yes, it was.
I have purchased a Jaguar XF.
Yes.
S. Sport brake.
Ooh, that's. I see. Right. Okay. Right. Well, that's
not what I set out to buy.
No. Yeah, not what you said. But okay, fine. Okay, I'm following this. So, why did we veer off at the last moment? Which is fine. I don't mind you veering off. It's an acceptable vehicle.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd have a problem with the choice in itself. No. And of course, I have had one of these before, although this one is a bit different. Why did I veer off at the last minute? Because, as I said, this was kind of too good a deal to ignore. I was predominantly searching for S-Type Rs, as we know.
Oh, yes, well documented.
They are currently falling into two categories. Either mint and ridiculously expensive, like 18, 19 grand, or rough as a badger,
yes,
and sort of 4 or 5 grand. High mileage, limited options, rough, limited service history, cosmetically a bit knackered. And there's nothing in between. There's nothing in the kind of budget that I was thinking of spending.
Okay.
So I've been looking at this for a few weeks now, and there's kind of just nothing really coming up. So I was looking at XFRs, I was looking at XKRs, although they don't quite fit the bill because my car does need to be our family car. Yes. So, that doesn't quite work. There are certain realities I have to pay attention to.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was looking at XFs, and last time I looked at sport brakes, obviously a car I have had before, they were still too expensive. We were sort of looking 12, 15, 18 grand upwards, depending on spec and age. But one came up this week, which, as I say, was just too good a deal to pass up. It was with a dealer, an independent Jaguar dealer, and I have got it for a bit of a deal.
Okay.
There was a deal to be done. The car had only just come into the particular dealer. It hadn't been prepped. It was as it was. It has a few. It's higher mileage than most sport brakes on the market. It isn't ULEZ compliant, which and it is a London car.
Right.
So I think that explains how this deal has come about.
Yes, the recent Eulers nonsense. Yes.
There's a few cosmetic issues to deal with, but really nothing major. Mechanically, it's spot on. The previous owner has literally just spent £900 on a major service. So that's all sorted. MOTs with no advisories. It is a top spec car. It's a Portfolio S. So the 3-litre twin turbo V6. Portfolio is the top spec in terms of trim. And yeah, it was just it was too good a deal to leave. So I didn't.
Very good, very good. So you said London car.
Yes.
Is that where it was for sale as well?
No, it had already been liberated from the big smoke by the dealer in question. The dealer I bought it from is based in Glastonbury. They are a Jaguar specialist, although they do have other luxury cars, but they are predominantly prestige brands. They have a number of, well, as I say, they are predominantly Jag. So they have a number of Jags, but this one stood out. And I hate to use the YouTube phrase, I bought the cheapest ... in the country, and this is what happened. But I actually think I might have.
Oh, very good.
And actually, it's fine. There is no, and this happened, because it's fine. I drove it back this afternoon. Didn't put a foot wrong. Everything seems to work. So, yeah, I think we might be all right. But I have got it for several £1,000s below market value. As I say, it wasn't what I set out to buy, but it was just too good a deal to ignore.
Okay, yeah, that's all right, isn't it? It fits what you're
it
after.
Fits the bill. We like a Jag. We love a fast estate car on this podcast. That's a given.
Yes, that's been taken as read, hasn't it?
That's taken as read, absolutely. So, yeah, I think I'm quite happy with my purchase. I think that's the way we've gone. Now, that's not to rule out anything else in the future. I mean, in fact, I think I could. We were talking about this evening. I think I could actually flip this car and make a few grand.
Oh, interesting.
But that isn't the basis on which I purchased it.
Right.
And that isn't the plan, but I think I probably could.
Right. But it's you reckon for the moment that's going to form the basis of just the everyday vehicle?
I think that's going to be the family daily. Yes, that is. Everyone's insured on it, and that will be the family wagon for the time being. But I've got it at such a good price that, yeah, I think there would be opportunity for flipping there.
What's interesting is when you say everyone's insured on it. Which everyone are we talking here?
Well, there's one notable exception.
Why do I get the feeling it's me and not Dawn?
No, it's not you.
Oh.
No, it's the other member of our household and not Sam.
Okay, well, that's all right, yes.
Yes.
That is a notable exception due to age.
No, exactly. Indeed. Let's leave that there. No, you're not excluded. That's fine.
Oh, excellent. Yes. So that, like you say, that arrived today and you drove it well, it's not exactly long trip, but
it's not.
Medium journey home.
Yes, I did. And all was well. Yeah, I've got to relearn how to use it because obviously I have had one of these before. This one is a slightly different spec to the one I had before. Well, I mean, it's a Portfolio S. The other one I had was also a Portfolio S, but this one is in a very different colour scheme.
Oh yes, a very valid point. I didn't even think to ask because obviously I saw your old one. I don't think I ever went in it, but
I don't think we knew each other when I had it, but we weren't we didn't sort of know each other like we do now. So
no, that's it.
It was a bit different then.
Right, so hang on. Let's before we get to the nitty gritty of colours and combinations like that. Right, so you said high mileage for compared to others. So you said, well, what age are we talking and what mileage are we talking?
Okay, so it is a 2013. So it is it's the first edition of the Sport Brake, but it is a facelift XF.
Right.
So it's the one that's not based on the S-Type. It's the XF that was the kind of ground up design.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah, it's a 2013 on a 63 plate. Now they described it as high mileage. I didn't think it particularly was, particularly for the 3-litre twin turbo diesel.
Mm-hmm.
It's done 148,000.
140. That's all right.
Well, for its age, that's less than 15,000 a year. So no, I don't think that's particularly excessive. They thought it was and marked it down accordingly. I think they've sold it cheap, personally, because I don't think that is particularly not for the sort of car it is. So that was the primary reason they gave for it being marked down. Well, that and the fact that it's not ULEZ compliant, which, as I say, I think raises an interesting point, because I think there's a lot of cars that are going to come up like this, and we've said this before, that I think there's going to be a lot of cheap top spec cars leaving the city.
Yes, yeah, and especially with it being extended of late.
I think this is a prime example. A top of the range car. I mean, that was a 65 grand car when it was new.
Yeah.
And I mean, the one I bought my previous one in 2016, and I paid 26 grand for it.
Okay.
Right. And I've picked this one up for considerably less than that.
Okay. Very good. Well,
I've picked this one up for about the sort of budget I was thinking of.
That does feel like we're in bargain territory, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I agree. So anyway, it's a 2013 63 plate, to answer your question.
Okay, right. 2013 63 plate,
148,000 miles. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right. And you said distinctly different color combo than what you had last time.
Yes. Distinctly. Now, this is for you where the controversy is going to be, I think.
Oh, for me, you reckon? Okay, right.
Yes. So obviously, I can festoon you a photograph.
That would help enormously, actually. Yes.
But obviously, for our dear listener, we will need to describe it. But
that's it. We're going to have to paint a picture with words.
We are. Let me just furnish you with a photograph, and I'm expecting a noise, dear listener, to emanate from my colleague any moment.
I wonder what noise we're going to get. Okay,
here we go.
I'm poised. Oh, for right.
Yeah, that's the noise. That's the one.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Right. So
now I'm prepared for this. Don't worry.
Okay. Well, I'd imagine you are, because, like me, I think you'll have to deal with this issue sharpish.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you. I don't think.
No. Right. Okay. So it's red, that's not what the noise was for.
No, I didn't think you'd have an issue with that. No.
I love that. Absolutely love that. That's like a bold color. All for that. Car colors are too boring these days. Well done.
Absolutely. I did fancy a splash of color. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, I approve of that enormously. Right. There's no way of avoiding the fact that it does have black wheels.
It does. Now, let me talk about this. First of all, the car has an option called the black pack, which means no chrome.
Yes, you can see that.
You can see that. So chrome delete, as they call it. So it will have had black wheels from factory.
Right.
However, it didn't have those black wheels from factory. Those are not OEM standard wheels. They're third-party wheels that the previous owner has fitted.
I did think they were not Jag wheels.
They are not Jag wheels. They're quite nice as a design. They're sort of a little bit of a deep dish thing, and I don't dislike them. But as you say, they are black. Now the car will have had black wheels from factory, but not those. So now, as you know, I am a great stickler for originality.
Yes.
However, those are not original in the first place.
No, they're not. So they need to go. So
we either go or possibly
possibly just a repaint.
Yes, indeed, which would be considerably cheaper.
Yeah,
we'll see. They're a nice. They're a good quality wheel, and they are not curbed or chipped in any way. So they do not currently warrant any work. So we'll have to see. But I am in two minds about them as well. However, my good lady absolutely loves them.
Yes, but it's not her car, so I'm just pointing that out.
They are what they are. As I say, the car will have black wheels from factory because it's a black pack, but not those. So we will see on that front. I'm not sure what I'll do on that yet, but I knew if there was going to be an issue, that was going to be it.
Yes, well, I think it would have been the same if it was me buying a car with black wheels on it. There would be a reaction from you.
Now, of course, I didn't spec it like that. That's just how it is.
No. But I mean, I know we jest, and I know neither of us like black wheels on cars. It just doesn't. For me, the biggest issue that I have with it is that it loses the contrast of the car in general. It's and you look at particularly that angle of the car that you sent me, when it's got the wheels slightly turned, and you look at it, it's casting shadow, and it loses all definition of the wheel.
I know what you mean. You really have to sort of zoom into the photo to see the detail. I know what you mean. I quite like the D-chrome. I don't have a particular problem with that, especially on the S model. Part of me thinks those wheels in silver with red brake calipers. No. Did you hear that? There was a comment there. Did you get that? There was an interjection there. Apparently that's not allowed. Your car had red brake calipers. No, it had grey wheels, which you ordered brand new.
Oh dear.
Oh, here we go.
That's a domestic.
The family's woken up.
What's going on? Oh. You can have red brake calipers, but you keep the black wheels.
No.
Yeah, he says no. I'm not allowed.
Yes, is loud.
Is loud.
You finished the podcast yet?
No, we haven't finished the podcast. We're in the middle of it.
Oh, hi.
That's my boy.
Better not cut this part out.
It's all going out.
No, he won't. He won't cut any of this out. Don't worry.
No. So,
anyway,
I'm overruling.
Yeah, I own the car.
No.
Like I have any say in it. Anyway, there it is. They're currently black. Deal.
Yes. But aside from that, we jest about wheels. That's a lovely looking thing.
It's it is, isn't it? I was as I say, it was too good a deal to pass up, even though it's not exactly what I was looking for. And I know I kept saying I didn't want the same thing again, and I've sort of bought the same car again. But I didn't have the first one very long because obviously I traded it in for the Tesla. So.
Yeah, it was brief-ish vehicle, wasn't it? So
it was a very brief. I had it for less than a year. I should also say this one has a black interior, which
the other one didn't, did it?
The other one didn't. It was ivory, almost white.
That's a hard no in your house, isn't it? I mean,
it certainly is.
I'm not passionate enough to get involved in the color of the interior.
No.
However, wheels, I will fight the corner all day long, I'm afraid.
All four corners, in fact.
All four of the corners. Well done, you.
You see what I did there. Yeah, it's a tricky one, that. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, okay. That's all right.
We'll have to see. They don't currently warrant any work. So, but what I'll do, just for memory, I will furnish you with a photograph of my previous one, just for comparison.
Yes.
There you go.
So let's... It's almost time to break out Photoshop and just go, well, let's just take those wheels, those wheels out. The angle's almost right, to be honest.
Yes, it's a standard dealer pose, isn't it?
It is. The red is leaps and bounds better, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It was the red that drew me to it. Wheels can always be changed.
Yep.
But changing the colour is a whole other thing. So, yes.
Have we got a bit of interior photos while we're here?
Certainly do. I can furnish you with that. One moment, please. While I go here, what would be a good one for the interior? Oh, yes, let's have a bit of that, shall we? That's quite good. There we go. There you are.
There you go.
Yes.
Considering that's had 148,000 miles of arse on the seat, you couldn't tell.
There's no wear on the bolster at all. I know that you can't see that in that photograph, but you know the right-hand bolster that always gets clobbered when you get in and out. Hardly any wear on it at all. The interior is in really good shape. Some of the buttons have gone a little bit sticky.
That's a thing.
That's a very common. Your car has that.
Lots of cars do it.
Going to need to deal with that. But other than that, it's in really good. It has held up really well. To say it's done nearly 150,000 miles, it is in really good shape.
Oh yes.
So I'm really pleased with it. There's the odd little scratch, on the like door sills and things like that, but the bodywork, there's no dents or dings, anything like that. No scuffs or scrapes. It's in really good shape. The badging's gone a bit weird on the boot, but that was also true of the one I bought before. So that's easy, because it's just plastic with the chrome on top, and it goes a bit, weird. The chrome chips off. You've probably seen this sort of thing. But the first one I'd had, which was considerably younger when I bought it, had the same issue. So that's easy. I can get badges off eBay for a few quid. Not a bother. But other than that, it's covered in that horrible waxy polish that car dealers seem to use.
I know the stuff. Yeah,
you know the stuff. It just gets everywhere, and everything you touch, you get this like horrible stuff on your finger. It's just I don't know where they get it from.
I assume they use it because it's sort of durable, isn't it?
Their waxy polishes and their shiny tires can get in the sea.
Weird, isn't it? It's really weird.
It is really weird. That all needs to come off.
I've had a little peek at your MOT history there as well. That looks verging on squeaky clean there.
You've seen a plate now, so you can do that. Yes, it is a very good. I actually paid for a full car history check. And it came back with nothing. So it's a clean car. It's been living in Maidstone, it's. I couldn't see anything in the MOT history that caused me any concern at all.
No, from what I've skimmed through, the only things that have ever really come up are consumable things.
Yeah, stupid things. Yeah, they're just silly for it to fail on. Yeah,
yeah. Just go. Well, that it's one of those things. It's like, oh no, it's not because of that car. It's just that's just what it is. It's
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So there we are. Not what I set out to buy, but I think I've done all right.
You have, and I'm looking at the sort of increments in the mileage, and just go, that's been well used.
Yes,
but probably like most things, actually, if you're using it and maintaining it, this is probably better for it in the long run.
Well, the service history is very good. It seems to have been done on time every year, and they've spent proper money on it. As I say, in February this year alone, the guy spent 900 quid on it.
So has it been
all the filters? It's had
or
not some of it is, some of it's independent. So it's a mixture of the two.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
but that's fine. Yeah,
it is what it is, isn't it?
I haven't got a problem with that.
As long as you've got someone who is capable of using a spanner, it's fine, isn't it?
It pulls cleanly. It goes up and down through the gears cleanly. The air conditioning works, all that kind of stuff. All the windows work. It's all. The only thing I've found that doesn't seem to work properly is the steering wheel adjust. That's the only thing I can find that doesn't seem to work.
Is it electronic?
Yes.
Yeah, I assumed it would. It's just
yes, obviously, yes.
I mean, as long as it doesn't operate, if it doesn't leave your steering wheel in a suboptimal position, then you're probably all right.
No, it's fine. Doesn't move it. It seems to be in its highest, furthest in position, which it tends to be how I have them anyway.
Yeah, that's roughly where I would place it.
I think you're the same. So the seat moves.
So that's all right.
Yeah.
Have they left the infotainment standard, or has it been upgraded?
The infotainment is standard, but you are right to point out there is the JagDroid upgrade for these, which can also do the earlier cars, the S-Type and the X-Type as well. But that is available, but there's less need with this because you can Bluetooth your phone to it anyway.
Yeah.
So yes, it doesn't actually have CarPlay or Android Auto, so it's too early for that, but it will stream music from USB or Bluetooth. So
that's fine.
And you can take phone calls through the Bluetooth as well. So there's kind of less need for it with this.
Which is fine. I mean, I think like Domini, I bought a stereo for it that does all of that, and he just goes, I don't need any of the other stuff with massive screens.
I don't think you do. On the earlier Jags, I could see a reason for it because they didn't have Bluetooth at all. They didn't have USB at all, whereas this does. So, yeah, I mean, there's less need for it. The infotainment is a little bit laggy, but it is on all of them of this age because from what I've read, they used mechanical hard drives rather than solid state, and it just means they're a little bit laggy. That can be upgraded if you're that bothered, but it's okay.
You're bound to have an SSD kicking about.
Oh, loads of them. Yeah, I'll have that dashboard out and see if I can. We'll soon have that sorted.
Excellent. Right. Well, in this case, you couldn't have bought it on a worse week because Numbnuts here is on call at work.
This is true. There is no opportunity for you to see it, is there?
No, I'm on call until 10 o'clock Sunday evening. So
we're going to have to pencil that in for next week then, aren't we?
Yeah, as soon as that's done, then...
Well, that might work out quite well because what I want to do this week is get your car cleaned and get it back to you because we don't really have room for 4 cars here.
Oh, that's fine. I don't really have room for my Volvo, but I'll think of something.
No, but it is yours.
So I've heard.
Yeah, rumour has it. I know you haven't seen it for quite a long time, but...
It's fine. It's fine. I will make some room somehow.
So if we can sort that next week, that would be a huge help. It will be cleaned before it's returned. Don't worry.
The timing of that's actually quite useful because they've lifted our epoxy hosepipe ban.
Well, that's exactly what I've been waiting for. Otherwise, it would have been.
Well, it's like this week they lifted it, and I thought, well, all right. Like I said, I am on call, but then the weather arrived and a bit of a storm, and you go, oh, But the one thing that I could do quite easily, I can't because the weather's turned against me.
You don't operate a pressure washer in those kind of winds. That'll just lead to great unhappiness.
Yeah. So I might actually give the Mini and the van a good going over this weekend.
Well, that's my plan. I'm going to prioritize the Volvo, get that clear. There's things I need to do on the Jag, but I'm probably going to have to order some bits and bobs, so that can wait a week. Get the Volvo cleaned up, and get that back over to you at a convenient point.
Cool. Yeah, we'll sort something out next week. That's fine.
Lovely jubbly.
I just need to get rid of some shite down the side of the house, and then we'll be laughing.
Well, I can help with that if needs be.
Yes, might have to sort of align the two things of a car returning and then that being filled with stuff.
Yes. Get it all grubby again. Yes.
Yeah. Be all right. We'll put a sheet down. It's all right.
Oh, no bother. Yeah, it'd be fine. Yeah.
Okay, good. So there you go. You have wheels for the first time in 2 years-ish.
Yes, frighteningly long time. Since certainly, I haven't been without wheels for the duration of this podcast, but it is the first time I have purchased a vehicle, or either of us, in fact, has purchased a vehicle whilst we've had this podcast. So there we go.
Yeah, that is a momentous occasion.
I shall put some pictures on the Discord.
Yes. Oh, yeah, definitely. People will like a bit of that.
Yes.
And yeah, I think people will finally be happy that you pulled the trigger.
I did. It was a bit of a spur of the moment thing in the end, but as I say, that it was too good a deal to pass up, and there was lots of other interest. So if I hadn't done it when I did, it would have gone.
Nice.
And hunting for an S-Type has not been particularly fruitful. They are in worryingly short supply. I mean, of any spec, there are less than 100 on Auto Trader in the UK.
It's weird, isn't it? There's just that really noticeable downturn.
And less than 10 Rs, half of which are more than 15 grand.
Yeah, that's just insane.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
That just doesn't make sense, because that's a 20-year-old car.
Yeah, I mean, I grant you, yes, it's an interesting car, it's a fast car, a significant car, but absolutely. I don't think it's good enough to warrant that money.
No. No, quite. And the ones that are not that money are a bit rough. And although I'm not looking for a concourse winner, I also don't want a bit rough. So...
No, that's fair. That's fair. I can understand that.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle, I think. So this came up. It was a cracking deal, and I just had to go for it.
Good. Well done, you. I commend your choice. I can't wait to see it. If I'm honest.
Absolutely. We need to sort that double quick. Yes.
Yeah,
well, perhaps we can combine it with the return of yours or something.
Yeah,
we'll sort it out.
We'll get it all aligned next week.
We are enormously grateful for the extended loan of the Volvo. It has been a lifesaver.
That's all right, no worries. Like I said, haven't really had anywhere to put it while we've been doing stuff here. So
yeah, I realise it has been useful to have it out. Yes,
it has. Yeah, it's just occasionally where you sort of look at your bank account and go, "Oh yeah, I'm paying for a car I've not seen." Yes.
Well, you'll see it again very soon.
Yes. That's good. I shall have that back. We'll have.
No, it's been brilliant.
I do actually have somewhere to go at some point, so I'll use it. I'll take it on a jaunt.
Please do. You remind yourself of what a wonderful vehicle it is.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a long journey at some point, so I'll just say bollocks to it and go in that.
Yeah, you should give it a go. Yeah. It's been, as I say, apart from that one incident where the battery was completely dead one morning, it hasn't put a foot wrong for me. I've had no gearbox issues or anything. I mean, I've been running it in winter mode, but it's been spot on. I've had no issues with it at all. Just that one morning when the battery was flat.
It's weird. Yeah, it's done that to us a couple times in ownership. Just where it goes, nope, I've used it all.
The day before, completely flat the following morning. Don't know what that was about.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I've ended up with the jump pack in the boot of the car. Just in case.
Just in case, yes.
Yeah. But yes, it's fine. I'll take it on a motorway jaunt. While we're on the topic of our own vehicles and all that, pleased to know that after the Mini passed without any issues,
Tremendous! Yes,
I can't remember if I said or not, but
I think you did. But it's still tremendous.
It is. We've treated it. I've got a load of new trim pieces for inside for all the old cracked plastic.
You said you were going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought, well, there we go. It's had it saved me some money by not needing anything done in the MOT. So I'll get some bits and bobs. So that's one of those things. If it's not absolutely hammering it down at the weekend, as well as cleaning it, I'll get in it and start dismantling some interior and put some new bits in.
Very good.
Yes,
yes,
that'll be nice.
That'll be good. No, it deserves that.
Yeah, so that's it. The only things that I can't find, well, I can find them, just not nice ones or Chinese knockoffs. I don't really want either. The little scuttle trims. They've got those weird kind of, it's almost hexagon shaped ones on them.
Oh yes. I know what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, so they're all on one side of the car. They're all cracked, but they're both faded beyond belief as well. So
don't think I ever bought any of those because I've still got some bits of mini trim knocking. But I know I gave you some.
Yeah, I've got some of the bits.
I don't think I ever bought any of those because mine were okay at the time. I bought the replacement side grills. So I think I might have given those to you. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
No, I don't recall.
Maybe they went on it. Actually, perhaps I've got the originals.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I do want, and the one irritating thing that I noticed the other day after I parked up and came indoors and looked out and went, "Oh, where the bloody hell's that?" The little blanking plate for the towing eye on the front that's just gone at some point.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's that.
That's really annoying.
That'll have just fallen out at some point then.
Yeah, it will have. Yeah, I bet. Oh, because you have to find one in the right colour now, haven't you?
Fortunately.
Or a bit of satin black.
Not Ed China, for Christ's sake, yeah. Satin black will not save the day there because, as you point out, it's a colour-coded bumper.
Well, I know it would look a bit crap, but
it would. But
needs must.
Yeah, there's plenty of silver ones out there. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Yeah, absolutely. That's really annoying that's gone.
Yeah, that's what. It's not like I'd even ever taken the thing out, so it's not even my own fault or anything.
I guess either someone's nicked it or it was loose.
Someone's nicked it. Surely there's more desirable things to nick, isn't there?
It would be an odd thing to nick, I grant you, but these things happen.
Well, it does. What you say about nicking things? It was. Did I say on here that that the other day I can't? I might have told you, but I don't know if it ended up on the podcast. We had the police round because some little oiks were trying to break into cars.
You told me. I don't know if we were recording, but you certainly told me. Yes.
Yes. Because that was the morning where we'd heard all the commotion, went out, and there was a neighbour who had accosted a teenager and was waiting for the police to arrive, and then went. This is far too early in the morning. I'm going back to bed. And then the police knocked on the door at like 5:30 in the morning. To ask,
yeah, you did say that. Yeah, see if you'd got anything on camera.
That was it. Yeah, because he spotted that we had a Ring doorbell.
Yeah,
and he thought, "Oh, did you get anything?" I love his thing of when I opened the door, he said, "Oh, sorry, sir, did I wake you? Have a fucking wild guess."
5 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, I'm always up.
Unbelievable. Yeah, so they were trying to break into cars, and that was I'd forgotten to lock the Mini.
Well, it happens, doesn't it?
It's parked on the road, fully open. Again, right? That was easy pickings there, lads. Come on,
at least nothing in there of value.
Are you not even trying door handles at this point?
Apparently not.
I mean, there's nothing in there of use. It's irrelevant. It's my daily vehicle, and I don't leave it like a skip.
No.
It's just got nothing in it, really.
No, but it's also not for anybody to just help themselves.
No. I mean, if actually, this happened before. This was a few years back, and the issues with Volvo and locking, and it's a pain in it.
I am aware. Yes.
So I don't bother locking that half the time either.
No.
and it wasn't in disarray inside. They'd been in my car and had a rummage through everything and decided, well, this is shit.
Yes. Nothing in here.
Yeah, because I went out and Katie's like, oh, I think they've been in your car. So I had to look through and went, well, yeah, they may have been in here, but they've looked at my stuff and realised it's not worth anything, much like the car.
This is a waste of effort.
Yeah, there's nothing in here to steal, and the vehicle itself is not worth stealing.
No, even if we can get it to start.
Oh, yeah, so maybe that's the optimum way, because you got all other people up and down the road worrying about their nice shiny vehicles. You just go, well, just own old things with nothing in them.
Well, there is some logic to that. Yeah, there is some logic to that, and I would be lying if I said when you said, "Why don't you just buy my car?" That I wasn't for a couple of seconds tempted.
Well, it's one of those things. You go, well, yeah, right. Here's some pence.
Yes. It wouldn't have been a big transaction, no.
No, you just go, here's some pence, and that'll do me for a portion of time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it's fine. But yes, I'm still. Yes, part of me is surprised that a vehicle has arrived. Still, actually, going back to yours. Well, it's just there's been a lot of umming and ahhing, and then to go, I bought one. Really?
Well, that tends to be how we work.
Mm.
We have. Generally in life, we tend to have great apathy and inactivity, and then we have our short periods of intense activity where everything gets sorted out,
and
then we go back to doing nothing again.
Okay, well, that's all right. If it comes in bursts, it's fine.
That's how it works. As I say, it was just too good a deal to pass up.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So I snapped into action.
To be honest, I've never seen you snap into action.
No, I've overstated that. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Right. I did have a Bond question for us, but I fear, timing-wise, that would be a mistake.
We're getting a bit close on time now, aren't we? We might need to leave that.
Yeah. But it's not time sensitive. However, I do have a bit of Bond before we finish.
Oh, okay.
One that is not time sensitive, but one that you say, "Oh, bloody hell, really?"
Oh dear! Have you seen something that I've missed?
Yeah, today, 2 years ago, was the premiere of No Time to Die at the Albert Hall.
No.
2 years today.
Oh, yeah. That's terrifying.
That is. Mr. Craig in his pink
tux
type thing.
The pink, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no other word for it. It was pink.
It was pink, yeah. I mean, lesser men couldn't have pulled that off.
No. I think you almost had to be Bond to pull that off.
That was a bold look. I didn't expect to be dwelling on that bit of the evening. But yeah, so there we go. We're 2 years on.
That's amazing. Yeah. Well, I suppose because we saw it in the October, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw it the week later, just because that's how the stars happened to align for us.
That's just how it worked out.
Yeah.
Blimey, it can't really.
2 years. So
I'm struggling with that.
You struggled with it at the time, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I did. I still do.
I was going to say that was probably my next question. That was the only reason for mentioning it, really. A, to piss you off going, that can't have been 2 years, and B, to see if it still annoys you.
I don't. Annoy is too strong a word.
Yeah, true.
Point.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. I haven't watched it again. Mind you, time being what it is, I'm not sure I've watched any of them again.
No, that's true. Actually, have you watched it since we did our? Because somehow we managed to do 2 reviews of it, didn't we?
We did, because we did our initial chat through after we'd been to the cinema, And then we
chat through. That was a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, well, it was chat for us, isn't it? We could have made it longer.
Yeah, we could have. Hey, the film was shorter than that, so it's fine.
Yeah, only just. And then we did another review of it. Was it a year later?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that when we watched it through again. I mean, I know you've watched it several times. No, I have never watched it again. No.
Not since our revisit.
No, I've only seen it twice. Once at the cinema.
Once at the cinema and then once for that rewatch.
Once at home. Yeah, that's right.
Interesting. Yeah, because we've both said it's probably. I mean, yes, I've seen it a couple of times more, but it's not a go-to.
But in the last 12 months, I've hardly watched any movies because we've been a bit busy. So,
yeah, it's all been a bit go, isn't it?
I watched Fiore's only because we did our review of it.
I suppose you've watched anything that we've reviewed essentially.
I've watched the ones we've reviewed, and I've forgotten which ones we've done now. So hopefully you've got a list. What
have we done? We did Never Say Never Again.
We did Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah, Man with a Golden Gun.
We did do Golden Gun. We did Fiore's only just recently.
We did GoldenEye.
Yes, we've done GoldenEye. Is that it?
Think so.
I think that might be it.
I'd have to revisit the collection, but yeah,
I think that might be it. Yes, I know we're jumping around all over the place with it.
Yeah, well, it's our podcast. Bollocks to it.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, who says you have to do them in order?
Quite.
I think that's all the ones we've done. Yeah, no. So but I have not watched No Time to Die Again. No.
No, that's true. Oh, but I suppose we can tick that off because we're not going to re-review that, are we?
I don't think we should do it for a third time. No, I think that would be flogging the dead horse.
Entirely possible. Yeah.
Yes.
And we did say what our next one was, didn't we? Did we tell everyone?
We did. I think we did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. If we didn't, we're going to do Die Another Day, and I know we were meant to do it significantly sooner, but we just haven't.
We just haven't. No, indeed.
But we will.
We will. There's been stuff going on. Yeah, that's right.
I've been to France sometimes, and
yes,
I've done other camping. Yeah, it's all right. We're actually a bit more settled down now, so we will get back to it.
We will. We would have done it tonight, but neither of us has watched it, so that's a bit of a handicap, really. I mean, well, it kind of isn't with us because we probably could do a pretty passable review without actually watching it again. But
it's one that's not fresh in my mind. Actually,
that one, though, yes, that one I think I would need to watch again because it's not one I've watched a lot. Should we put it like that?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, of all of the Brosnans, I could quite happily tackle all three, but this one without having to watch the film.
I think with this one I would want to.
Yeah, I mean, like for instance, if we did The World Is Not Enough, I could do that in pervy detail without having to even go near the film.
Oh yeah, there's several I could. I mean, certainly if we go further back, there's several I could do happily without watching the film again.
Okay, right.
Live and Let Die, certainly.
Oh, yeah.
Goldfinger, those I could. Thunderball, I could do.
We did Thunderball.
We did Thunderball. We did do Thunderball. Yes, we did.
I knew there was one missing.
We did. It was all that bomber controller stuff. Yes, we did.
Yes, because didn't we do? Yeah, after we'd done Never Say Never Again, we did.
Well, it was sort of a comparison of the two, wasn't it? Yeah, and I think there's only one conclusion there.
No, well, we made that conclusion and going right. Well, we reviewed the better one afterwards. So we got the iffy one out of the way.
We did. Yes, iffy. That's the word.
Yeah, that's me being polite.
Yes, it is.
Okay, then. Right. Well, I'll tell you what, then. I mean, if we're making no promises, I don't think it's going to be Die Another Day next week. But I do have the Bond question next week. So we're going to leave you with that. We're going, right. Well, actually, maybe should I leave you with the question so you've got a week to think about it?
It depends what kind of reaction you want. Do you want a considered answer or a spur of the moment?
Well, both, to be honest.
Well, you can't have both. You've got to decide.
Oh, bollocks. No, no, sod it. You're all going to have to wait. You can all have the question next week, and you'll all have to think on your feet.
That's fair enough, because I'm better on my feet than if I plan it. Yes.
Yeah, that's good. All right. You have to wait till next week then. Well, you have to wait with bated breath.
I am poised like a coiled spring.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.